Hi everybody, it's Emily Faubert from Agraria. It is week 19 of the Big Map Out and we are doing my favorite subject in the whole world, birds, and specifically bird language. Now what is bird language? Birds move and speak how they're feeling inside, comfortable or scared. And so, if we tune in with our bodies, our ears, and our eyes, and kind of some sixth sense, spidey senses, we can know whether a bird is feeling comfortable, and we call that baseline, and when a bird is feeling agitated, scared, restless, and on the lookout for predators. So, if a bird is feeling anxious, we get to predict what kind of animal is around. And different bird behaviors show us whether or not there might be a hawk around versus a cat, versus a weasel that's hunting it, or even a bird that's alarming about a dog and a person coming down the path. And you can actually predict that based on birds. That'll come next week. But this week, I am at Prairie Oaks Metro Park in Columbus. It's a beautiful site with lots of prairie, so some ground cover and ground layer. And then behind me, there's lots of awesome forest and high canopy layer. And then here behind me, we've got some shrub areas. It's great to be in a place that has low, medium, and high canopy plants so that you get a differentiation or a difference in, well, the birds like that. They like being on the edges of habitats, on the edge of forest and prairie and shrubland. There's also some water down that way. So I know I'm in a good spot for birds. So this is where I'm gonna sit. See if you can sit in a spot outside in your area that might be on a fence row or next to some tall trees and maybe some grasses, if you have that available. If not, that's okay too. There's lots of birds around. So today and this week, what I'll ask you to do is to head outside, find a spot, and kind of squat down and breathe deeply. You don't want to sneak when looking for birds because they can pick up on that. So you don't want to pretend to be like a coyote or a fox. You actually want to smile. Maybe take some deep breaths and watch. Now, this is what you're looking out for this week. You're looking out for birds on the ground feeding. Birds that are like, yeah, this is good. They're feeding. Are they feeling scared? No, they're feeling comfortable enough to come out of the woods or out of their cover and feed. That's a comfortable bird. A bird that's singing their song, like the chickadee, or cheer, 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 what, cheer, 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 of the cardinal. They're singing, they're feeling comfortable. So note any birds and where they are that might be singing and might be feeding on the ground. Put that on your map. Another thing to look out for is a bird that's not feeling comfortable, is a bird that's going higher up into a tree and doing this. See if you can kind of catch my body language. Tick, 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 tick. A bird that's higher up and looking in one direction and maybe doing that tick, tick, tick sound, and maybe even their tail is bobbing as they're sitting there. That is a bird alarm. And they are pointing the direction where the threat is coming from. They're pointing and you in the right direction to look where that predator is. What could that predator be? For those birds that are higher up, those are called sentinels. And mark that on your map as well. So a sentinel is that bird high up, looking in one direction, alarming at a threat that's coming from that direction. So go ahead and look in that direction then and start counting. Start counting 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, Ohio, 4, Ohio, until maybe something comes around the corner. Maybe something comes into view, either a person, a dog, a hawk. Wait for at least 2 minutes, and maybe that bird just told you about whatever was coming around the corner, and it maybe that predator will be revealed. So enjoy marking down your birds that are feeling good, the birds that are feeling comfortable, that are feeding on the ground or singing, and the birds that are sentineling this week. Enjoy. Okay, so now we're gonna map it. So for any birds that you see that were feeding, you're gonna put 3 little dots, like the seeds that they might be eating. And then if you also saw a sentinel, that bird alarming and being up high in a tree, you're gonna put like a bird's head with the beak pointing in the direction in which they were pointing and alarming toward. So what that might look like on the map is that, let's say over by the pawpaws, you know, if I saw a bird feeding on the ground, I would do that. And then if I knew, like, let's say it was a sparrow, I might write in sparrow. And then back by the lemon tower of the south, let's say I saw a crows sentineling up there. Then I'd put a beak, and then maybe it was sentineling towards the field. And so I'll put the beak there with the head, and then a little eye. And then I might write crow. Have fun mapping your bird language on your map.